Um, Today, I've got Scar with me again, and he is going to go over all of the things from. Well, why don't you let him know, Scar? Where are we going today?
Today we're gonna go to Pitchcliff and then do Dervahl's camp, aka the quest line into the Borderlands. After that, we're finally gonna use Luck of the Hunt at Gaia Prime and Echo.
There's an echo, and it says ISO. We are great hosts. We know what we're doing.
All right. I'm still gonna keep talking about what we're gonna do. Yeah, we're gonna do
Nice.
Gaia Prime, with our beloved Skyrim route up there, and after that, we're gonna finish the Dervahl quest line for good with the fight against him and the Glinthawks. And yeah,
Alright.
that's planned for today. Um, yeah.
All right. Well, maybe we ought to get Aloy off her butt here, and
Yeah.
she does like to take photos.
Yeah, last time we did All Mother and we fast traveled over here. Just quickly showing you. I use, if you need an indicator, it's this hunting ground and then just to the left. And yeah, this campfire, and I believe we spawn like this. This is important for our mount call. So you could either turn left a bit to hope for it to spawn there, but it loves to spawn back here, so facing here is probably the best, even if it spawns over there. Yeah. Camera position and mount calling again. You could also just spam it and hope for a good mount that doesn't spawn over here. So yeah, but we start riding. It is actually our currently marked quest. And there are two paths to get to Pitchcliff and grab the necessary campfire we need. And both are basically the same time. And they diverge soon. Like, just over there. They should diverge. Oh, night weather change, so you can actually see stuff.
We do love when a sandstorm just ends.
Yeah. So yeah, over here they diverge. You can, or what I like to do is, I like to go over to the left, to the right side of the river again and follow that pathway. But you can stay on the left here. Can you see it correctly on the map? Yeah, you could just follow this pathway, then cross over here to grab the campfire and then go back to Pitchcliff. Or what I will do is I will cross over now and then just go to Pitchcliff over here.
Oh yeah, there's that other roadway there. Okay.
Yeah, I will show off both. Like here's a campfire which I will fast travel to afterward. So yeah. So what I like to do is go over here through the river, then across the river again, and now it's just basically following the road. Like your navigation, your Google Maps or whatever would say, follow the road for X kilometers, miles, whatever.
That's what you're doing.
Yep. And now it already like swapped the navigation here and wants me to go over the bridge here, and I'm just gonna use this how it's portrayed here to get to Pitchcliff. The snap moss over there can be annoying. Some people even got attacked by the rock breakers just after crossing the big river. But I'm lucky, nothing is attacking me. So yeah, this is just a nice stroll.
Scenic stroll.
Up there, yeah, up there with the Stormbird as well. Now it's getting a bit foggy, we're getting higher up. And we grabbed this campfire, by the way. This is the one we want to have to fast travel out later. Then we cross over the bridges. And go up towards Pitch Cliff. And yeah, now we've reached it, and your mount is not liking if you like take the path up there. Like it's a bit of zigzagging. Is it serpentines? The zigzagging up a mountain? I believe it is.
It does kind of come back to the left, but like it's not the whole thing. Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, your mount doesn't like these. So there's luckily a checkpoint which we can abuse. So we just ride over here, and as soon as we see the save circle and the quest updating, we can restart from save, and we get set up here like this. But I'm gonna show you the other pathway, so I just load one back. And we're gonna ride again. Yeah, this rock is really badly placed for mount calls here, as you saw.
Indeed. Yeah, I mean, what are you gonna do? Mount RNG is what it is, right?
Yeah.
How many episodes are we planning for this series? I think one more after this, so it'll be 8.
Yep. And then Ultra Hard Addendum.
At some point.
I would consider Alec for that, by the way. And not me.
We can find some time to record some things, maybe. We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah. But yeah, it's this episode and one more, Jens. So this time around,
just keep
this time around, I'm not going over. I'm keeping left. And I wanted to load back so I don't have the campfire discovered over here. So I see when I have to turn around. Because again, I'm usually taking the other route. I don't have an exact point where to turn around. This time the snapmaws are in the way.
Well, here I am.
But Mount was actually good at dodging. Wow.
See, if that's Forbidden West, that mount goes straight through that snapmaw.
Yeah, depending on how it's feeling in Zero Dawn, it could have swerved right to dodge the left snapmaw exactly into the other snapmaw. Okay, this by the way is a scripted event, so don't care for it.
So funny, the timing is like that too.
Yeah. And now we want to grab the other campfire as I showed earlier, and for that we are just gonna cut over here, cross the bridges, and as soon as we see that campfire light up and gets a notification, we turn around and go back to Pitch Cliff. And it's, I believe there was at max a second or so difference when someone timed it. So you can choose either way, which you are more comfortable with.
Mm-hmm.
I believe on Ultra Hard, the staying left is better because there's less machines. And on Story, you don't care really. Okay, and again, there was a save circle. I'm gonna restart from save. And we're gonna have to do two things here. We have to check the marketplace here, which is just roll in here, grab a cutscene. And then we have to go and investigate up there. And usually we would follow a trail, I believe, around here somewhere, and then we will get to that person. But we can just jump on the table and then jump onto this rock. Important, you can't really jump from it from the bottom. So we have to use the table for it. Oh, you can actually, but it is a bit weird.
It seemed harder, yeah.
And since we're coming from here anyways, we can use the table and then just jump onto it. And then it's just like holding forward and pressing jump twice. Then we turn to the left and go to him. He has a weird hitbox for investigating him. As you see, I'm standing right on top of him basically, and I can't investigate him. But if I go around, I can. Just make sure you go around. It's another cutscene skip, and now we make our way back to the mount. I like to roll and jump through the village. I believe Dorian goes on the outside of the village to then roll over there and around here. I'm not 100% sure how Alec does it or how Flirt does it, but yeah, I like to roll through the settlement. Back to our mount, and then we are gonna go on to our mount and on our way to Dervahl. Dervahl's camp. And for that, we are actually not gonna follow this path that it's giving us, because at the start, it's very rocky, it's very bumpy. You will get stuck with your mount there, and we can just ride over these logs a bit more to the left than I did there, and you're fine without jumping. And then we are here, and it's just a way nicer path and a faster path. This Ravager can charge you on ultra hard. That's more important than on story, because on story he takes a while to even recognize you. There's Snapmaws here, sometimes long legs, but yeah. And right over here, the path converge again. Like if you took this left one, you would get back to the same place as we are now. So yeah, and now we are just making our way up to Dervahl's camp. Your mount can go through here without jumping once, but it's very hard. And if it jumps, it's bound to happen. So there I like to stick to the left on the on going up, and then here it usually jumps. And yeah, that was actually pretty clean.
I was gonna say that looked pretty good.
It is very tricky. Find your own spots, like I said, with the way to make us end, where I had like, hey, I like to go over this rock because this makes my mount not jump. Find your own way up here with minimum jumping from your mount. But yeah, we skipped the cutscene and we gotta shoot some people. The first guy is up there in this tower. Then the next one is up there on the ridge. And then there's someone up there on the ridge. Important, there's like a weird hitbox below where you can't shoot through, like the arrow would get stuck.
Oh yeah, you could see the arrow strike there, okay.
Yeah, like it's an invisible wall there. Oh, someone else got alerted thanks to that. Usually you wouldn't kill him right now, they would go over there. So yeah, then we go in here. I like to shoot this guy at the bottom and then turn to the left, where usually there is someone, because I waited so long they might not be there. So yeah, you just go through and shoot guys. You can, if it gets a bit more messy, you can whip out the Stormslinger, or you can bomb people, or you can just keep shooting with arrows. And now again, that's a better way to show it. You see how the arrow got stuck there? The guy is behind an invisible wall, so I couldn't shoot him. So yeah, going up here. And so yeah, that was the first part. I'm actually gonna do it again.
I suppose you shot that one guy
early, yeah, and also
who would have been off to the right there, but yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. But also I was going through it with a different rhythm than usual. Because of showing stuff, waiting.
Yeah, they're just not gonna be there unless you keep going.
Oh.
Yeah.
Actually, for this guy up there, you need to fully draw your bow. Oh, they're also in a different place right now because of the research on save.
We may have released a watcher.
Yep, that is not what you want, but it happens. But you can ignore the machines.
Yeah, you're just here for the human enemies, yeah.
Yep. Not hitting. And where's the last guy? Oh, actually charging me from way at start. Okay. So, you usually go through just shooting people. Whipping out Stormslinger is also helpful. This is also a nice place to like just practice. I feel like just practice your rhythm with it. How you want to go through.
Get used to the human movement too, obviously.
Yeah.
Much like the proving, it can be pretty difficult to hit your headshots and stuff if that's what you're looking for.
Yeah, there's only 3 guys, I believe, where we have to fully pull back. But the rest is like, it doesn't matter where you hit them. And if it's fully pulled back, because we have like such a powerful bow. Yeah. And now,
Nice.
if you are far away, if you're like way down here, when you killed all the human enemies, we get a checkpoint. And if we are close to the top, we can just go. And if we are not, if we're like over here and just killed our last guy, we can restart from save to get set closer. And it sets us like right here at the start of the stairs. So usually I come up here and kill like the last guy over there. So I'm at the same spot or far further than the reset from save, so it wouldn't be worth it.
Oh, okay, sure.
So, yeah. So yeah, now we go to our next objective, which is that door. There's a powerful enemy which we now have to headshot. I loaded triple arrows. I think they were enough. I'm not 100% sure. Or you could just use your ice rail as well. But I think a triple shot headshot is enough, and an ice rail might take too long to charge up. So yeah, triple shot headshot.
We have to get
It's down.
And
Actually,
goes.
I'm gonna see if one arrow is enough with a headshot, because I'm not sure and I want to test.
Ursa must
Yeah,
be in there.
okay.
We have to
One
get through.
arrow headshot is enough. I guess triple arrow body shot is enough then as well.
Probably, yeah.
Let's test before I say something that
Hey,
isn't
we
true.
might as well test. Yeah. Seems like a good idea.
Ursa
Yeah,
must be in
that's
there.
totally enough.
We have to get through.
With that damage number, 2 arrows should be enough as well.
Yeah, I would say
But-
700 each, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, we kill this guy, we loot him, we have a cutscene, we can roll forward and deactivate this button, interact with it. Then we roll in here, I swap to my mount after all the restarting from save. And then we have another cutscene to skip here with Erend and Ursa. Then I roll to the side, examine, so we have to examine this book. Ella has her monologue. We can go right next to Erend, and as soon as that dialogue is that monologue is over of her, like letter tucked between the pages, we can talk to Erend, spam his dialogue. There's no selection, and open our map. It's actually on the data point. Usually, it's on the quest. Okay. Again, usually this should be on the quest. So you have to press L1 to get to the map. And now we want to fast travel to this campfire. And it is important that it is this campfire and not this campfire. This one we went out of our way to get. Like we either went to the right here and turned around, or we went to the right over here and grabbed it then on the way. Why don't we just take this? Some might ask, if we just ride by this, right? It is because there is a Glinthawk attack, and Aloy has some monologue, and you can't call your mount immediately.
Okay.
And also, it's a bit further. Like we would then double this way instead of like this way.
Oh, sure, I see what you mean.
It should be about the same, but you can't call your mount immediately. In addition.
Makes sense, though.
So yeah. There we go.
I think I like the way you do it then, because it's like you just go and get that. There's no doubling back or anything, and then like you get it on your way, and it doesn't change the time.
Yeah.
So like I think for ease, it's probably just easier to do it that way in story. So
yeah. Yeah. Then I called my mount. I turned my camera to the right because I want to go to the left. So yeah. That made my mount spawn over there. Sometimes it can still spawn like back here. Just be aware of that. But usually you want to turn your camera to the right, then call your mount. So now we are on our way to Gaia Prime. By the way, this fast travel would be my split point for Borderlands. Oh. And just because it's a blue drop. Okay, I would have had a fox skin. Just to for some categories we need a gold fast travel pack, and for that we need a fox skin.
we sure do.
So yeah, just
You
check
may-
that just
You
to
may
make
hear
sure.
it called other inappropriate things, but it's all good.
Yeah. Okay, over here we are gonna do a little cut in because if we gonna, oh, it doesn't even show correct. Ah, god damn it. Okay, doesn't even show it correct. But if we look at the map and at the road, it is a bit like weaving back here, like a bit of a U. It would be. So we are just gonna cut over here and save some road. So I usually take this switch from snowy to sand, where I cut in, and then go a bit like
Oh, sure.
off the road here. You could also go a bit further and then cut harder, but this ledge over here, the end of the rocks, is usually what we are aiming for. Like over here, these rocks.
Oh, sure.
And then some people get rid of their mount here because there is like a little ravine there, like a little river. Some like to get rid of their mount, jump over themselves, and then call a new mount. I usually just sprint at this rock and have it jump over, or hope it jumps over. But it doesn't always work. It worked perfectly.
Nice.
So yeah. If it doesn't jump over, get off your mount, kill it, jump over yourself, call a new mount.
Right on.
So yeah. And then we're just making our way back to the path, and we've cut off quite a bit here, as you can see.
Oh, yeah.
Now we want to make our way to the start of the climb, but we're not gonna do the usual climb, we're gonna do Skyrim. We're gonna go up a mountain. For that, this broken tree is where we want to go in. And Silence is gonna start talking. And this grassy rock is where we start this. It is all about memorizing and having your own clues to stuff, somewhat. Because it's all just rocks in the end. You gotta be like, hey, that one rock looks like, I don't know, it's a rock's face, and take that as your own hint. But yeah, for the start, I take this grassy rock. I would say. Then I'm gonna jump up, and jump up again to here. Then jump to the right to land in between, and then again to the left. Usually I'm all sprint jumping, but I'm trying to emphasize where I am going here. Like, usually I get over here and I'm like, whoop, 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 whoop. And yeah, this is the first bigger platform again. And from here I'm gonna go to the right. Again, looking for the grass or the bushes. Oh, not sprinting. This, and here you can jump into this crevice or that crevice. Just make sure that you can jump up afterwards. Like this or like this. Again, looking for the bushes here. So from these bushes, we're gonna go towards the next bushes, and from there we're gonna jump up. So yeah, these few rocks stacked on top of each other is where we want to go next, and then up there. So run and jump over here. You can slide off there and just jump up again, or run up again. But you can also like immediately jump to the top there and save like this jump at the bottom. But it is weird on the timing and whatnot. So don't be bothered if you don't get it. I don't get it consistently either. Then I like to use this rock to then jump around and then up. But I believe some use this rock to jump around and then up. But doesn't matter in the end, just get up onto this and then it's to the left towards the grass again, or the bushes. I believe the right side is not as nice for jumping up. Yep, You see Aloy doesn't get a footing there, so takes the left one here. And then you're up. This is the first bigger plateau. So mental checkpoint. And now we're gonna go over here towards the rocks, and there's a big ravine here. Also, Aloy is gonna start talking if you reach this. We don't want to fall in there. There is a backup right here. A nice ledge you can grab onto. But if you fall in there, you gotta get around here, get up here, and try again, because we want to go
a lot of time
on top of there. So for this rock, by the way, it is important you can't jump up this left side. It's a bit weird. It's slippery for her. While on this right half of it, basically you can jump up. So yeah, what I like to do is I like to jump to the very top and then jump into this ravine. You can use this rock as a stop point and from there jump into the ravine as well, if that's what you feel like is safer. And then just in this ravine we jump up. So yeah, I know that Jay, when he did runs, he first jumped over the ravine and then climbed back into it. He felt like it was a bit safer, but also just jumping in there works. Just that rock over there is a bit slippery. You gotta make sure you don't slip into the ravine while climbing up. So yeah, next big open area, and there's like a big ruin. If you can use that as your mental checkpoint, or like this a bit steeper hill. And this one, at the start I found it hard to find it where it was, but it's this part, this rock, where we want to jump up next.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't have a good, like, hey, there's another bush or whatever. It's just like this rock. I guess it's the last one sticking out that's facing that direction. Like, this is from this hole, it's facing left, and this is facing right. So yeah, this rock. This is also a bit weird. Like, sometimes you want to jump up and it wouldn't really work like this, but you can use this rock as a platform to get up, or you just get high enough on this side and then jump up.
Yeah, just use the slope, right? Nice.
Yeah, exactly.
This
So
is
yeah,
definitely
next
like
part.
one of the most, like, I think we're like halfway up or whatever. Like, this is one of the routes I've never been able to watch somebody do and just get it. Like, this is something I feel like you probably got to practice a lot of.
Yeah, I would practice this to get it. Again, I'm giving like mental notes here, but it's all just repeating it.
Right.
So yeah, now we are at the next part. This even steeper cliff, like, wait, is this part down here? And we want to jump up the upper part. So like the split open area, I would say. And this is my mental note here. This rock. You can go to the left of it and then jump up. You can go to the right of it and then jump around. But we want to cross. We want to go behind this, basically. So what I like to do is I like to go around the top side. And from here we are going to do another little wall run. We're going to use this snow patch as our platform and then jump around. But it isn't necessary to turn, but it is a bit faster to then turn around here. If you like jump towards here, you should be able to jump up all of this. Yeah, see, you can just jump up it. So yeah. By the way, don't worry about the message there.
Yeah, you're gonna get that here, yeah, for sure.
So yeah, we jump here again. You can just jump forward if you're not feeling like you want to risk the turnaround. And yeah, you could also just like use this, I believe, and then jump up here. If you don't make this first jump, you should be landing there, and then you can just jump up. If you like overshoot. Yeah, if you like overshoot. Oh, you can even run around, apparently. I wanted to slip off, but yeah. So yeah, this it probably looks harder than it is. Just like go close to the wall, jump, and yeah.
I suppose the jumping just comes because like you're so used to jumping going uphill in a speedrun, like that's what's faster.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's probably just all part of that.
Yeah.
That's cool though.
So yeah,
Good to know.
and now we turn around and we see this on our right side. We see that up there as a elongated one of this basically. And yeah, we just want to hit the middle of that. So we just jump, and here it is a bit of zigzagging just to avoid like getting stopped on something. With a you like try to jump up, oh shit, I didn't get it, and then she has to climb up and you lost a bit of time.
Yep.
So
Just to try and hit the flat spots as you jump up, yeah.
yeah. So like first I go to the left and then I already turn right because I know it's getting steep up here and the right side is where I can get up. And then I go to the left again to make this jump up here because oh, you can even jump up there, but it's like a high jump and she might get stopped. Like there I lost my sprint because it is weird. Meanwhile here I don't lose my sprint and can just keep going.
Yeah, you're gonna bonk on the side of there on the way up, so she'll lose her sprint for sure. Like on that higher right side. Like,
yeah.
You'll make it up obviously if you're sprinting, but you know, you're gonna have to sprint again.
Yeah, and over here, okay, here you can make it up as well, but it's all a bit more finicky than just going over here. Like just doing this jump and then turning right again. Jumping through the middle, and for this I like this spot. Like, and I can just jump over. And there I have my next checkpoint with which is stealth grass, where we jump to now. And then just through this little gap at the very end. And then we're gonna drop down next to this last one. I like to aim here and walk onto it so I don't overshoot it or anything. And we want to hit this rock at somewhere, because that should be death over there. Yeah, just falling straight should be death, so hit the rock somewhere, roll off. And down here we want to call our mount, and for that look to the left side, so it spawns hopefully somewhere in this direction.
Nice.
So we got our mount, and then we are making our way finally towards the marker, which is in Meridian. Because it's taking us to the closest road, which is here, and then we're just riding towards the sun. Over here is the next marker for Gaia Prime, and that is a cutscene. Funnily enough, you can miss this. It isn't extended out enough. You can ride past this.
Oh.
I can say that from personal experience.
Is that a bad thing?
Yes.
Oh, you do need the cutscene. Okay.
The quest doesn't advance.
Oh, pay attention, folks. That's where we learn the good stuff.
After the cutscene, we just roll forward and follow the path.
You made a climbing path for me,
And towards the climbing path.
Since when were machines in the
Since when
And
for
here-
machines?
you could fly, I wouldn't bother with the climbing.
Here already get a bit to the right side on these two handholds, and then we're gonna do a bit of handhold skipping. Like over there would be the handholds, which are slow, so we turn around and we jump up.
Nice.
It is basically, you can use this spot in your jumping, but you can also not use that and grab this middle spot, which is the one I usually take, and then jump up there. But what you always have to hit is this upper one, else she won't get up. She won't get enough height. It's hard to show because like it's so close to another edge here, but yeah, this spot or like this spot, these both work. They give you enough height to get onto this spot, and from there you can jump up all the way. The turn there at the handhold is a bit weird, but yeah, let me actually There was drop to ledge. Can I? Thank you. Like, when you get up. Damn it. She was crouching because I crouched over here. Again, this turn around here is a bit weird. Because you have so little space. And then you just basically jump at the ledge until you have a point where you can get enough height to get to the middle, to the upper one. You get the upper one and jump up. So now we are here, and there's still more handholds to skip. So we go here, we jump onto this pile of snow. It is a bit slippery, so we have to immediately jump off it to the right to get up. I think you don't need the very top of the snow pile, but it's obviously a bit easier when you hit it.
Mm-hmm.
I believe, like, this should... Oh, okay. The top is definitely easier. I believe if you, like, go all the way over there, you can make it without having the very top. Or I'm just misremembering things, but yeah.
Fair enough.
Make it up here from the snow pile. This is also a jump one could easily practice. But yeah, then we're gonna make our way towards the ladder. And then in here to talk to Silence.
Exactly the kind of
For split points, you can split this. On PC, thanks to the auto splitter, it is in the dialogue with Silence. But you could also split on the very last step of the ladder. Or whatever you like. It is splits after all. But if you want to split this, these would be good spots to split. We have some dialogue, which is a bottom left selection, as most are. And after that, we have a active scan. But you can roll and interact into it. So like this. And then Aloy is right next to the door, even though the scan would be like over here.
Mm-hmm.
So now we want to drop down this elevator shaft. We can drop all the way to the bottom. On ultra hard, I would recommend using this step in between.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah, I'm pretty sure that Elp does that. Like he rolls to there and then back. Yeah.
Yeah. On story, we can just like roll to the very bottom. It doesn't really matter for us. And also over here, it is on ultra hard. I would be a bit more careful. On story, we can just like roll down and aim to like not have the superior entrance. And this is one of the scariest parts, because the zip line, even though it's the intended path,
just do it.
that you like then grab onto that. Even though it is the intended path, it is not as safe as the speedrun strat, which is we would be rolling down here and then we would be just jumping over and not grabbing any handholds. That is there's a less chance of dying with jumping over instead of taking the intended path.
The ruiner of deathless runs here, by the way. Nico pointing out in chat, Hunt's flashbacks. Yeah, some folks were doing some permadeath ultra hard playthroughs and made it this far into the story and fell because you catch on to, and there are other things that can happen too, where when you jump you can actually go backwards up the zip line, right, a little bit, and then she just falls. So it's a little bit weird. Yeah
So it is faster to go over immediately and it's safer, so yeah.
Mm-hmm. And so do you have to use the roll and then jump like you did for that to work, or can you just sprint?
I think you can just sprint, but you have to be facing away from the zipline to not grab it.
Right.
Okay. And you definitely have to do like the 2 jump cadence there.
Yeah, sure. Like real quick, yeah. Okay.
Ari also coming in with her own story about this.
The nightmares for everybody. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, but let's continue on from that nightmare. Here it's just moving through. Over here can be a bit weird. You can't roll up there correctly, so you gotta jump up here.
Oh, that's over.
And then over here, there's another roll into a jump to get a better handhold. I believe if we just jump in here... Oh, yeah, okay. Could grab that, but with how she was, we could have gotten the good one as well. On Aloy. But yeah. Usually I get over here, I roll, jump, and you get a foothold there. Can I move my camera in here? Yeah, I can. You can get a foothold on this ledge and then jump to this better handhold for us because we want to go up.
Okay.
So yeah, it is funny how we can stand up on that. So
yeah, I found it interesting.
Out.
She didn't magnetize right to the first one, or
yeah,
you know, like once you're standing there. But
yeah, that as well. And here it is weird again. You see, I'm holding up, but Aloy isn't climbing up. So gotta go one to the left and then go up, and from there I roll out. Usually, make my way further into this. Down to this slide and through the door, and then over this like spine like thing through this little cave. I like to go to the left here and roll over here. Oh, she didn't do it like that usually, but like this, then you don't lose your sprint, but it's also good like checking your sprint again. You would at least realize on the stairs, because these are definitely jumping stairs and not rolling stairs. So yeah, going through the door to the right and into the next door, where we have 3 cutscenes, and then we're gonna start our first hologram, which we're not gonna see much of. Now we start the Gaia Prime skip. You would start this hologram and watch it, and then a door somewhere would open over there. The door would open afterwards, and then you would make your way over to the second hologram and watch that. But we said screw that, we're gonna go to the second hologram backwards. Through some not intended platforming. So
I love non-intended platforming.
Yeah. So yeah, we started it now, and now we go to the other hologram. We go back through the little like thing we had there. I don't know, shaft, whatever. Then to the left out through the door and down the stairs, where we can just like drop down. If you don't land over here on the stairs, you gotta aim. At some point down here, you reach enough falling distance so to get the superior entrance, where you gotta then aim. Up the spine again and through the door, and then towards the sun over here is what I use there. This jump is also a bit weird up here. I usually use this like ledge to like get up there. And here it is important, if you fall all the way down, you're dead, I believe. And then the hologram would start again and you would have to rewatch it. Or you would have to climb out, which loses actual time, since we found Luck of the Hunt. So what I like to do is I like to just go in here and then sprint off, and she magnetizes to this. Some people do it different with jumping, I believe, but I like to just sprint off, and yeah.
That one. Nice.
Then we make our way over here, where we hope for the better handhold. I got the worst one. But this jump over is now totally safe, which is funny, if you think about it.
Yep.
The one isn't safe, that one is. Over here there's a few different ways to do it. Eric goes to the left and then jumps around. I like to use the handholds over here. I'm not 100% sure if one is faster or not, because he really takes a detour. Meanwhile, I have handholds which are slow. So yeah. Gonna grab these. Thank you, Aloy. And now begins Gaia Prime skip. There were 1, 2, 3, 4 versions by now, I believe. Maybe 5.
There's quite a few, I think, yeah.
So yeah, but all in all have the same goal. We want to get up there. And Elk had one that was over there somewhere, but he ditched it by now because it is slower.
Yeah, I think Marin's route is the faster one now.
The fastest one is bomb jumps, but I'm not consistent at the bomb jump you need over here.
Mm-hmm.
So you can, I believe you have to stand up on this thing a bit and then bomb jump up and then grab this ledge thanks to the bomb jump. I think I got it once, but that is the fastest way.
That's like a really big distance. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, but you can make it.
Yep.
But yeah.
Oh, I see.
Close.
Okay, that was pretty close. Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, as you can see, you can make it. Just I can't right now. That is possible. I believe it was that one. If you want to do this, go into the Stretch channel in the Speedrun Discord and look it up there. Straw posted it. And he's doing it. What most people do is we use these little rocks over here to get onto this platform where you can actually stand without anything. And then we want to get over to the next platform over here. Oh, I was not really sprinting, or weirdly sprinting only. So over here, readjust your camera so you can see it, and then jump over here. And then from here, there is a converging path. Most people will jump up, but you could also roll around here. There's like this beam and that ice platform, for example. Those you can, yeah, like these beams, and there's, I guess, one foothold, then that's a jump, and then you are on that ice platform already, and then you can make it over to the handholds. I did it 4 or 5 times, I believe, but I am not consistent at it. But yeah, see, I already rolled off. Because I think you gotta roll there over to that one, but I'm not 100% sure, so I'm not gonna continue messing with it right now. I'm gonna show you the way most people do it, which is getting to this little black dot, which is also a foothold, and from there jumping to the left. It is only a very small hitbox, so you gotta immediately jump, and sometimes you don't get the height of it to get up here.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it is easy to see and easy to get if you know where it is, and it is just like the one darker spot in the middle of it.
Mm-hmm.
And there you can grab the foothold and then jump up.
Nice.
Once up here, we want to jump onto this platform and just keep going and jump over. Yeah. Then we want to make our way up, and at this platform you can actually get up without any more handholds. If she grabs a handhold, it's fine as well, but you want her to not grab any, and then you can jump around here. Ooh. Or fall down. That
You
was
could
not
also
why
fall
I
down.
wanted.
Yeah.
You could jump around there. Right, I can make it back to this handhold. Yeah. Like over here.
There you
and
go.
then jump up here. So you would have skipped some handholds there. So yeah, and with that, the first hologram is way over by now, but it doesn't matter. The trick should still work. So yeah, we're making our way up here. And then we're gonna go in here, cutscene skip, and start the hologram. Usually you would have done this while the first hologram was still playing to even save some time.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, go in here, that's the hologram.
Because there was none inside the key.
And now we gotta watch this. This is a good time to craft some ammo, because time is weird with crafting ammo and holograms.
Sorry to alarm you, but
So yeah.
I need you to listen, okay?
Meanwhile,
Need you to listen, everybody.
reopen this door.
This isn't easy.
just saying reopen it because it will stay open.
Please. Stop trying to access the system, okay?
Even after the restarts from saves we're gonna do soon.
Is, I said stop trying to access the goddamn system. What I'm trying to say is...
Ted, why are you the way you are?
Can't stop thinking about the ones who come after us. Those innocents. Those blameless men and women. We're gonna give them knowledge? Like it's a gift?
Well, yes, that's what we're here for. Learning the horizon. Give them knowledge like it's a gift. It is a gift.
Gift? It's a disease. They're the cure.
Oh, that's mean.
We're gonna give them the disease. Our disease? No. We can't. And it's not too late. If we're willing to sacrifice.
It doesn't need to be like this.
It already is, Samina.
I don't know why he even called this meeting.
Months ago. I've purchased
He could have just killed everybody. He didn't have to say anything.
Yeah. And also like, Ted, it doesn't have to be like this. It already is. Like, I don't care about your opinion. I just do stuff. Like, what the? Why do you even tell them then? Why this whole
You could have just called him
speech-
there and pushed the button, yeah.
Why is this whole speech? Just be like, yeah, guys, come in here. I purged Apollo. Now die.
Yeah. Well,
Would
you
have
have to
saved us some
justify himself
time.
or whatever. Maybe it's the grandiosity of it all, you know?
Yeah. So yeah, after that hologram, Silence is gonna spawn in, and we're gonna talk to him. Yep, there he is. Talk to him. There's no selection. Then we make our way over to this. Is a master override. Skip a cutscene. And now, remember at the very start, I think in episode 2, we picked up Luck of the Hunt.
Indeed.
Damn it.
You don't have the stuff.
Yeah, because I used Ozzy's save.
Oh, that's right.
God damn it, I should have. I was like, yeah, I can do a full run. I should do a full run. Wait, no, I have Ozzy save files. Oh, they're outdated.
Meat strats. Well,
okay. Okay,
so how would it work?
Yeah. You would have picked up this quest. You would have had 3 boar skins out of 4. And at this point, you would have gone into your inventory and opened a chest which had like a boar skin in it, to then get a checkpoint over here, right here, right here. You would get a checkpoint, and then you would reset from save, get set back to the first hologram, talk with Silence there, reset from save again, and be back here. Be right here. Okay, I'm gonna show that next episode real quick. I'm gonna have it set up for next episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you've done all that setup like we talked about, and then you use it here.
Yeah, you just open your box, and then reset from save. Then you talk to Silence here, which is a top right selection. And then you would reset from save again, and you would have been back up.
Back at the other one. Okay.
Yeah. And now I have a different problem because I took so long with explaining the stuff that I didn't get the other checkpoint in time, basically. And now, can I reload to it? Oh no, it's here. Because okay, got it. I think I said that.
Oh.
So I just had a whisper in my ear from ISO, but in case I didn't say it, I'm gonna say it again. The time to get to the second hologram matters now, because the sooner you finish the second hologram, the sooner you can do the reset from saves.
Mm-hmm.
Right? But yeah. Anyways, this is a good point to show again where we go, right?
Yeah.
So we just use this as practice. Usually you wouldn't have to do this again, But yeah. Restart the hologram. We go back out through this little cave. We turn left after the door. We turn left into the door. We jump down the stairs. We aim to not get the fall thingy. Go up the spine. Go towards the sun. Jump up here. Fall down the elevator shaft.
Avoid the
Roll
zip line.
towards. Sorry?
Oh, I was just saying avoiding zip lines and things over here. I guess you're headed back now. Yeah.
Yeah. Jump over there. Oh, actually, I could quickly show where Alec goes. Alec goes over here. And then... Does he still go up here? I think he still goes up here somewhere. I did it at the very start as well. Was it actually that he goes around here? I'm not exactly sure where it goes. Never mind then.
That's fair. There's another way up here, yeah.
Yeah, he gets some more height here somewhere. I think he goes up here and then through some stuff. This somewhere, maybe. Yeah, like this.
There you go.
He gets over here, and then he just... I dropped accidentally, but you can jump around that panel there and get onto the rock immediately. Yeah, rock.
Oh.
Then turn camera, jump up here.
Yeah, her turn there is a little tricky when you're trying to turn like right then left. It's hard to get her to turn all the time.
Also you saw how I was stuck in the air with her falling. Like sometimes she just doesn't want to get the foothold. Just doesn't want to step there. Finally.
There we go. A little bit harder left, I guess.
Yeah. Go here. Go up here. Avoid the handholds. Getting up these stairs is a bit weird as well.
When I opened the hatch, the air
So yeah,
rushed me
now
from
we're gonna watch TED Talk again.
Welcome to our TED Talk.
the alphas were in there.
Yeah. Yeah, sorry.
Alpha personnel.
I used the save file from Aussie.
To alarm you.
It's a segmented save file and it isn't set up for Luck of the Hunt.
Yeah, the old file isn't set up for it.
Yeah.
This isn't easy.
Well,
See, please.
Also, the last run I did before this was new game story, so that wouldn't have had it either, as I would have used just a autosave from that, because they go far in. I think the last autosave you have once you finish a run is like in All Mother somewhere, like it's not the last one,
oh,
not the latest one, but
Give them knowledge?
the furthest back one.
Like it's a gift?
Ted, we've talked about this before.
Or even further back. I'm not even sure. It's pretty far back actually.
Disease. They're the cure, and we're gonna give them the disease. Our disease?
I guess with the way the route goes there, yeah.
We can't. And it's not too late. If
Not too many autosaves.
sacrifice.
It doesn't need to be like this.
It already is, Samina. I did it 3 minutes ago. I've purged Apollo. It's gone. All of it. Every copy.
Yeah, so this is also my pee break if I need one. My last pee break. You can
You
have
do
one
have a
in Maker's
couple of,
End,
Yep.
Maker's End, Greyford, and here basically.
I am.
Yeah, some long holograms in this one.
Times to protect innocence.
Yeah. When it was Maker's End, it used to be longer because we didn't have to do anything between the first and the second hologram, and you could just put your focus on where it spawns again. And yeah. That was my longest pee break then.
It's always nice to have a break in a run.
Yeah, imagine not doing barrel rolls.
Imagine not doing barrel rolls.
The world not a
So yeah,
Right.
we talked to Silence again, and we grabbed the master override, and we did open our box, blah blah blah. Then we reset from save, then we reset from save again, and we are back here. Wow, look at us. So yeah, now we just roll towards the exit. Make sure to not fall to your death, because the master override doesn't override gravity.
It's true.
As Silence
As you're
will
about to
tell us.
find out.
Yeah. Just roll at the handholds, basically. Like this. You won't die.
Yeah, just keep to the
Then-
right and yep.
Yeah, then we jump around here to get through this little gap to avoid some more climbing. Roll up and climb the last bit towards the exit. And here's gonna be another silence, this time in person, and we're gonna do bottom left.
So
A bit more dialogue, then a cutscene, then we roll towards our spear. Important to pick it up. Gives a cutscene, and then we can fast travel out and towards Meridian.
Nice.
This is gonna be Meridian Settlement fast travel.
Oh,
Because
not
there's
campfire.
Also, yeah, there's also the campfire. We will need this later. Yeah. And now we are in the last bit of the run. The last, depending on how you split, 45 splits. So yeah, first we're gonna make our way towards the palace. And there's a neat reset from save just at the bridge. Just over here, you can. There's a save circle, and we can now reset from save.
Right there, just before the guards. Yeah, cool.
And then roll backwards, and oh, I didn't spam hard enough. Roll backwards and spam triangle to immediately get into the dialogue. It's bottom left and bottom left. Oh, it's only bottom left, never mind. And now we fast travel to Meridian Campfire. Turn around to the right side. Go through this archway and up the stairs. And through this archway. And after that we turn right through another archway to then be finally at our destination. Which is over here. There's going to be a cutscene, I believe, when you cross at the tree. And afterwards, there is a RNG-ish skip called Blaze Skip. I haven't gotten the full Blaze Skip in ages. Like there's two instances of it. Basically, you can get half of it, the first part of it. Or you can get none of it. You can get the first part, or you can get both parts of it. And the second part is which I haven't gotten in like forever. It feels like. But it boils down to us getting prompts and activating them before we were supposed to. Before we had some dialogue with Erend.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. I'm just gonna roll in and try my best to get it. So skip the cutscene. For the first one, we jump around the side and then position ourselves over here. And then spam it. And you see I got it, even though I wasn't supposed to. And now let's see if I can get this.
What?
Of course I get it. Of course I get it.
No way!
So, this is Blaze Skip.
Let's
How
go.
it's supposed to look. Perfect.
Hey, it worked.
Perfect. Yeah.
That's really funny. So something that Elk was showing on his stream that folks had talked about was essentially if you go up the stairs, instead of jumping up the way Scar did, it'll actually make the second one easier to get. But the first one is like really, really quick. So like you can make it so that one or the other is really difficult, depending on which way you come up here. I don't know how it works exactly, but yeah.
Yeah. That was fairly recent, so I
Yep.
wasn't in that stream, but I know that it happened. Basically, where he was like trying stuff. I just go to the left side because I'm used to that, and it is for me like 98% chance to get the first part. Also, I believe the first part saves around 5 seconds, and the whole thing saves about 20, if I have the times correct in my head.
Yep.
And yeah. But if you don't get the first one, you can't get the second one. That is also important to know.
Right.
Like, yeah.
Okay. That's awesome that it worked.
Yeah, but I'm gonna load back and show how it's, if it doesn't work, what it is like.
So I have to run back around.
Yeah. Also, these NPCs, you can jump over them if they are in your way.
Because Aloy is an acrobat and just totally jumps over people.
Yeah, like 2 meter vertical. Let's go.
Yeah.
Or he has a surprise for us.
Is it a bomb?
Yeah, jumping up.
Too big.
Big enough to kill us.
Can I get the first? I'll get the first part if I get it.
It looks
Yeah.
like a wooden bracket.
So I'm not gonna even try for the second part now. I could have gotten it. You saw the prompt there. So this first part, if you don't get it, it's just at the same point when this is also available now. But yeah, Aaron is like talking now, and we can't activate until Aloy is ready now. So like,
There's gotta be a way to stop it.
now I would be able to like pull back the wooden board blocking the window, and now I can push it out. Yeah, and now I can push it out. And then one thing I always forget about in my own runs, but I was like, wait, there was a fast travel. Gonna research that again. Quickly checked Fleur's story world record and found it again. Right now, there is a fast travel to Meridian Village settlement to save some time, because we need to go to the Palace of the Sun again. But through we need to go to this house, this very last house here, and you can see roughly where this is taking us. And if we fast travel to Meridian Settlement, we get set here, and like that's a bit faster. I believe it was like 3 to 5 seconds faster.
Yeah, it's a bit shorter. Yeah.
So yeah, fast travel here. I hope that doesn't break the auto splitter once I do that, because I totally forgot about this when we were gathering data for the auto splitter. So yeah, roll into this last house over here. Again, here is
where you started, right?
Yeah, here's where we would have started. Now I started over here. You see how much closer that is.
Nice.
So yeah, we get into this house and we jump over here. I quickly aimed there. I think it's not necessary, but she has a weird stumble there. And we make our way out here. And we're gonna make our way down there because there is the next cutscene. And after that, we're gonna make our way up to this rock, basically, to avoid some handholds. So yeah, here you can see like there's a casual handholds. I guess it goes pretty far down, and then yeah, you go down, then to the left, then back up again
a little bit. Yeah.
But I just use this rock, the one with the grass next to it. Damn, this episode has been about rocks and grass.
Rocks and grass.
To jump up here and then get close to here, and I like to just run off, and Aloy usually lands on this for me. I think I only died once, just running off. I had it like 10 times maybe that she grabbed this log and had to pull herself back up.
Yeah.
But yeah, I never died or whatever.
You should land on it somehow.
Yeah.
Grab or land.
Yeah. Then get to the ladder and climb up. Get over here and grab this zipline because it's actually pretty fast.
Wish I could be there.
Then we want to jump up the stairs. These guys down there don't matter. Gonna quickly equip my Stormslinger. So we get a cutscene at the top of the stairs, then we make our way over to this red device, destroy it, roll into the fight with Dervahl, which is just back, and through the door, and I'm just gonna Stormslinger everything here.
Everything gets a Stormslinger.
Him and the Glinthawks that are gonna spawn afterwards. But for the Glinthawks, we can actually pre-fire the second wave of them a bit. So that's what we're gonna do. But yeah, it's him, just one shot, which alerts his guards as well. So he might be here. This is now 2 cutscenes, and there's 2 Glinthawks, one to the left and one to the right if he doesn't go over. And now these are over there. There's 4 Glinthawks more. We're looking for 450 numbers for when they die. Yay, I hit nothing. But yeah, we just Stormslinger them. And they like to purge on these things. So, and they always start at the same spots over there, which is also like some purge.
Yeah, so you can kind of start shooting at them.
Yeah. So, it's just Stormslinger the first 2 and then turn to them, fire where they are gonna be, and hope that you hit more than I did. So anyway, Stark started pasting. Exactly. So after all of them died, we gotta talk with Dervahl. It's a cutscene skip. And now we gotta talk with Erend and Avad, but we are gonna start out with Erend, because else we would have to do some backtracking. Because Avad says, like, go talk to Erend first.
Well,
It's, oh, I was pretty quick about it, but it is just our usual bottom left selection. Just the usual.
The usual.
But for Avad, it's not the usual.
Avad isn't very usual.
Avad.
Because it is, right. I'm not a substitute. And then right again.
He within it was weak.
I'm perhaps yes.
And
Now.
I don't.
Oh yeah, just spam the dialogue afterwards, and once that is done, we want to go down to Murad, because he wants to talk to us.
Quietly does it.
And in this we can craft some more ammo, because again, dialogue, holograms, crafting ammo is weird because of the slowdown from the weapon wheel. And immediately after he talked to his guards, we can talk to him. And it is another bottom left selection. After that, we fast travel. This is a bit of a preference if you want to fast travel to Meridian Settlement or the campfire. Both work, because they are pretty similar to get to Olin's house. Like, from the campfire, it's like around here, and from the settlement, it's like through here and then here.
Oh, just like you did when you came into Meridian the first time with Erend, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, this fast travel would be my split point for Dervahl and the end of this episode. So we have the final missions left for next time.
Yeah.
Sorry again for not having Lack of Sound set up. I forgot about that.
That's all good.
I don't have the box.
So we will we'll just do that next time to start, and then we'll have this saved to kind of finish off the run. So we should be good to just kind of load them up and show you guys how that works for reals, and then we'll be good.
Yeah.
Hello everyone, and welcome into the re-recording that was promised to you of Luck of the Hunt inside of the Gaia Prime facility and the Gaia Prime split for HZD New Game Plus story. Scar back with me for this to show you just how to listen to 2 holograms at the same time. Scar, you want to take them through?
Yeah, sure. So I am here at the first hologram. You probably just saw the way you can get here pretty quick. And if we look in my errands, there is Luck of the Hunt, and it already says 3 out of 4 boar skins collected, which you can find in my inventory here. And also for this, I have this box where I have a boar skin in. And we will need this after the second hologram, but this is the setup you need. You need to have 4 skins, and then you need to have less than 4 boar skins. Then you have a box that gives you enough so you have at least 4 boar skins, and then you have Luck of the Hunt ready. So yeah, we just start the first hologram and then make our way over to the second one. How to do the skip I've already shown.
Yeah, we saw again moving through all here in that in the last episode, so this is just kind of showing because we didn't have the file set up for the Luck of the Hunt trick. So
yeah, just making my way back over here.
Drop in.
Yep, make sure not to fall all the way down or jump if you're not gonna make it. Because dying there will reset you to the hologram.
Yeah. You have time to just climb up here, right? Like you don't have to do anything too crazy, but well, I guess you can do the skip. Yeah,
now,
here you do.
Now, yeah, and especially now that we have Luck of the Hunt. Come on, Aloy, you should have had that. Now that we have the Luck of the Hunt, it actually matters how quick you get to the second hologram.
Yeah, the second one, sure.
Before it didn't matter, but now it does.
That's right. That's what you said, yeah.
But Aloy was actually not nice to me and didn't want to get up there.
Yeah, the hitbox wasn't being friendly.
Yeah, but for showing it off, it's whatever.
It works,
so now
right?
we get in here. Yeah, it works. We get in here, we start the second hologram. Meanwhile, the first hologram is still playing. And I open the store so I don't have to do it later.
Alpha personnel.
And now we can watch TED Talk.
Sorry to alarm you, but
where he kills these people.
okay. To what I'm about to say.
But yeah. Could also craft some ammo if you need.
Isn't easy.
Yeah, some downtime here to do what you need to.
Yeah, or if you really need to, there's a toilet break here basically.
Okay.
I think this one's like
This is about
2 minutes and 15, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not exactly sure how long this one is,
what I'm
but
trying to say
it's quite some time.
is
So there in the background you hear the music like fading out,
those
and soon I should get a save circle and the quest updating. That means the first hologram is done playing. Yeah, there you saw the
There
save
it
circle
was,
and the
yep.
quest update, and you also get the data point. So the first hologram is done right now, but we still stay here.
It's not a gift, it's a disease.
And we watch Ted
We're gonna give them
like
the
talk.
disease. Our disease?
The TED Talk.
Yeah.
We can't. And it's not too late. If we're willing to
Ranting and
sacrifice-
raving like a lunatic.
To be like this.
It already is, Samina. I did it 3 minutes ago. I've purged Apollo. It's gone. All of it. Every copy.
Sacrifice. It's not a sacrifice, it's cultural obliteration, you crazy bastard. Millennia of culture.
You will learn this hologram by heart if you run this a lot, just because
Sometimes
there's nothing else to do than really stand
Yeah.
here.
innocents have to
You're just
die.
forced to watch.
Emergency.
Yeah.
To be fair, it was pretty iconic the first time you watched it, so I mean, you just
Yeah.
get tired of Ted Faro after a while.
Yeah, I mean, millennia of culture and all that. You just have these expressions now engraved in your mind.
Yeah. So Silent's
then
gonna pop
you-
up, right?
Yeah, you place yourself over here, Silent's gonna pop up, and we can talk to him. Take some time. There should not be a dialogue selection, as you can see. Then we pick up the alpha registry over here. Oh, the master override, sorry. We skip the cutscene, and now we go over to inventory. We go to our treasure boxes, and we take the boar skin. You can, no, depending on how you have set up, you would probably take all. And that, you see the quest updated there, and it also creates a checkpoint here.
Nice.
And now if I reset from save, I get still set back to this first hologram.
Aloy,
because we have to talk to Silence here.
That's
It's a. Oh, I was a bit quick about it, but it's a top right selection. And then we just reset from save again, and we get set back to where Luck of the Hunt made the save. So right here where we picked up the Master Override. And now all we gotta do is make our way back to the workshop as the quest now indicates.
Interesting.
And finish off the split basically.
Try not to fall to your death. The Master Override doesn't override gravity.
Overshot a little bit.
Yep, that's my jump. At least I didn't I do gravity.
Yeah. Didn't eat yourself off. Master Override surely does not override gravity.
But yeah. Make our way here, talk to Silence.
For our
Bottom left as per usual. This, and then there's some more dialogue and a cutscene. And now you can craft your lands here with the Master Override.
Nice.
Gives a cutscene, and then we can fast roll out to Meridian for the rest of the run. And yeah, that was a quick re-recording for Gaia Prime here. Gonna be now you can do it as well with Luck of the Hunt. Now you know exactly how it's done and have an example and not only me explaining it.
Right. Well then, why don't we send you on into the rest of the episode, everybody, and we will see you on the other side of the end. The end.
The end. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. See you soon.